Gonna say hi? Okay, well, I have to record it. Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be making this video for you all. Victoria wanted to participate, so she's here. Hey, Mama. Yesterday, I just happened to be in the neighborhood of RSL Speakers, and so I paid them a visit, and they surprised me with a whole carload of stuff. And I wanted to take you through at least a partial unboxing because I think I'm gonna be unboxing each component separately. What I have is this, which is incredibly special. This huge box right here, which is one of their subwoofers, and then I've got a pair of their CG25 loudspeakers, which are actually gonna be probably living in my studio within the next 24 to 36 hours. So that I may save for the end. But this is something that I wanna talk to you about right now. This, for me, was a life changer and a game changer. This is their ia255. Did I say that right? Yeah, ia255.1. This is their brand new amplifier. And yes, it's this small. It's actually smaller than this box. Let me show you. Gone are the days of Emiko trying to cut something open with the butter knife with one hand, by the way. Okay, so my understanding from our visit yesterday was that this is either a prototype or it's a special pre-release model. I don't want to misspeak, so forgive me if I'm not entirely clear on it. The visit was quite short but action-packed. Anyway, the reason that I know that is because A, they told me so, but B, because this particular version doesn't have an instruction like a how-to manual or a setup manual, which I believe is coming. Anyway, inside the box, it looks like this. I'm assuming this is what the release-ready models will look like in terms of its packaging. So again, this is a very special version of it, so please don't take my word for it. I encourage you to visit their website, which I've linked below. But here's what I wanted to show you. Okay, so it really is this tiny. There it is. This is it. This is literally it. There's the back panel. This is the thing that I have been going on and on and on about since CES. So I want to talk to you about this for a minute. I want to talk to you about this from the heart, which is that I was lucky enough to attend a private demo session at RSL Speakers Suite in Las Vegas at CES, courtesy of Brian Mitchell and my acoustics fam. Full thanks to Brian for that. And you know, in every demo, there's an opportunity usually to switch between electronics and components and sort of A-B things, or sometimes A, B, C, and D things. And the room sounded amazing. They had 2 sets of speakers set up. They had their subwoofers set up. Everything sounded phenomenal. I didn't have a single complaint being in the room, listening to the music the way that it was. And then all of a sudden, they handed me the remote and said, just switch it, just see what happens. And I didn't even, I saw this sitting on top of the rack, just sort of inconspicuously, and I kind of thought it was some sort of like Wi-Fi booster. I didn't ask any questions, they didn't tell me anything, they just left it alone, and now I see why. Because they said, just switch it and see what happens, and I did. And I was instantly transported. I cannot describe to you what happened in my mind, to my person, to my ears. I was stunned. And I can oftentimes remember my emotion during a demo. I can oftentimes remember certain senses and what was said. It's very, very rare for me to remember the exact sonic signature of the room, of the music at that moment in time. And I kid you not when I say this, this was everything. This was everything. And so the fact that they surprised me with this and with the sub, because I knew that I was going to be working with the speakers, I was going to be trying them out, both in my hi-fi system and in my studio, because we're just going to mix for a number of big projects, and I had been talking to their team about possible dual use, because especially the 25s are so studio friendly, and they're also equally hi-fi friendly, and it's rare to find a set of monitors that are this size, that deliver to this level, and that are a price point that's not gonna break your bank. And so I knew I was gonna be working with the speakers. I had no idea, because they kept saying the amp isn't ready, the amp isn't ready. I had no idea that they had one that they had sort of set aside for me. So I'm incredibly grateful. I'm so excited. I've been making Instagram stories all day about it in between production meetings and things that I have going on in and out of the studio. And the biggest thing I can say about my new best friend right here is that I'm really excited to try it out, not just with the CG25s, but also I have three other, is that right? 1, 2, 3? Yeah, I have 3 other pairs of studio monitors that I want to drive with this. And I believe they'll drive fine. In particular, those of you that have been following me know the story of me and the Facebook Marketplace encounter with the Vintage Event 2020 studio monitors. Those were a pair of monitors that I wanted since I was a teenager. I could not afford them as a teenager. Obviously, they were thousands of dollars when they first came out. And a producer that I was working with regularly under contract had them as part of his setup. And I loved them and I wanted them, and I would just drool and I would look at the catalogs and the mailers and every chance I got in the music store to go and see them and listen to them. And I never ever got them. And then one night, as the story goes, I was on Facebook Marketplace and there was some guy selling them on the West Side for, you know, a really low price. And it was during the pandemic, but I thought I'm gonna like double, triple, quadruple mask. I'm gonna ask him to meet me outside and sort of do a drop, right? Slide them over to me and I'll sort of pull them toward me. And he was kind enough to actually run cables down from his space into his car park so that I could hear that the speakers worked properly and what they sounded like. And anyway, they've been sitting in my studio waiting for the right amp. And it's true that any studio power amp could drive the events. There's no question about that. But there is something about gear harmony. And I think as an audiophile, we find this, you compare a lot of things with a lot of things and they'll sound fine, but you find that right pairing and it's harmony everywhere. And the same is true in the studio, and you get so excited and your whole creative process changes. Anyway, I don't want to go too far off the beaten track here with this, so I just want to say that that's going to be my first undertaking, is pairing this 255 with my Vintage Event 2020s, because RSL Speakers is helping to make my 17-year-old, 16-year-old Emiko dream come true. And it's amazing I've had to wait this long for this moment, but I'm very excited. After that, I will take you through probably the unboxing of the speakers and then the setup of the speakers. The last thing to get unboxed, I think, is gonna be the sub, because that was a piece and a half, but I did manage to get it out of the car. It was a little tricky to maneuver up the stairs, so I had a good friend of mine help me with that, but I'm very excited. So first of all, thank you RSL Speakers for this incredible opportunity. I am honored that you are entrusting me with taking this journey and sharing it with everybody. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this. I can't even tell you. And I am really looking forward to sharing this all with you and to help spread the word and also provide any information, any opinions, inputs. So this is not going to be a review series per se, as I think a lot of audio reviewers, hi-fi reviewers would do. This is really my experience in the studio, in my system, living as someone who lives in both worlds, bridging that gap and sharing that journey with you. So I hope you'll stick around. If you have not hit the follow or the subscribe button, please do that so that you can always keep up with what's going on. There are more videos coming, obviously. And I'm just really excited, and I'm still a little speechless that this is living in my house right now. I'm stunned. So what can I say other than thank you? I'm very grateful, and I gotta get to work. I sure do. Anyway, links are below wherever you're seeing this, so please go follow RSL Speakers on whatever platform you're seeing this. Website is linked, as I said. Go ahead and give this video a big heart or thumbs up. Subscribe, notifications on. You all know the drill. And I will be back shortly to tell you how beautifully this all worked out. And when that happens, I guarantee you I will be recommending the 255 amp as a birthday present, anniversary gift, Valentine's Day, graduation, whatever. Christmas, Hanukkah, Flag Day, you name it, Easter is coming up. So just ready yourselves for that, because I have a feeling that's coming fairly soon. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you very soon. Bye.